We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And of course, most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. How is it? How are you? Happy pre-order Nintendo Switch 2 day. Are you having a good day? You are. Uh-oh, some of you are mad. Some of you are mad. Oh, but not everybody. Hello, Blabs. Good morning to you.
Hello. Did you want me to redo that locals?
No, I'll get it. I don't know what happened, but I'll get it squared away. Yeah.
Hi, hello. I killed a big spider this morning before 9 a.m.
Wow.
No,
Good
actually, he was really big, like proper. Like
Why-
one
why-
of those nasty big black ones.
How dare you be murdering God's creatures?
And like, I hate crushing bugs because I hate the sound effects. It freaks me out. Oh no! And then you have to clean your shoes. I'm like, so I have this big can of Raid because also with spiders, right? They could be carrying eggs or whatever. So even if you kill the spider, maybe all the eggs will hatch. So I'm like, it's time to raid. And so I raid.
I'm sorry. I apologize right at the bat. I know that you guys didn't come here for spider talk. But Blabs, are you done with spider talk?
I thought people would be interested in spider talk.
the hit new segment coming out, everybody. Spider talk.
I killed Aragog. It was great. I was like,
Yes.
fuck that. He was in my shoe closet. The audacity. So now
The
he's not.
audacity. It would have ended up in. Hey, you know what? Like legitimately, one of my biggest fears as a child was I lived out
Spider in your shoe.
1,000.
That's what happens with my boots in the garage, right? Because it's the garage. So every once in a while when I put them on for like work, I'm like, I vacuum the inside of my shoes.
It wasn't necessarily the spider. It was the scorpion in the shoe.
Yeah, I don't have those.
Mm.
I have
yeah.
the spiders.
No scorpions in Guam, huh?
No. No.
Right.
No.
Well, look, we do have a big show today. We're digging into the Nintendo Switch 2 and the I would say less than stellar launch that for the pre-orders that we've seen today. It has been an ongoing flow of information. We actually have a cowboy
That's
on
right.
the street joining us, who will be joining us throughout the show. Actually, let's say hello to Eric real quick. Eric, how are you, buddy?
I'm great.
Can you give us a rundown of what you're doing today for us?
I am currently in line at GameStop USA. I'm about 10th in line. There is a good group of people behind me and in front of me. And yeah.
Can we stop down for a second? Are you actually in a mall?
I'm in a mall. One of
What?
the last malls existing in America today.
Let's stink and go.
They actually stopped calling it a mall though. They call it a place.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
What?
weird. I went to Google this mall and it said it's now called a place.
okay. Well, no, listen.
Why?
Everything's going fucking PC. How ridiculous! We can't even have We can't even have malls anymore.
What's
It's
wrong with the
ridiculous.
word mall?
I don't know.
Well,
Well,
like
hey,
because dogs maul children or something? Like I don't understand.
oh
Darth Maul? Like what's
I
wrong with mall?
Malls are dead, Blabs. Malls are dead.
yeah. All right.
So
Eric-
I'm about an hour from the doors opening here at
Yes,
GameStop.
and we're going to be going to Eric throughout the show when we get into Nintendo Switch 2 talk. He's going to be doing some man on the street interviews for us. Very much looking forward to that. So, Eric, thank you so much for your patience today. You look great as always. All right, we'll see you in just a little bit. Okay,
I'll be in the back.
Yes, sir. All right, so yes, big show today. We're bringing you guys stuff nobody else does on the internet. All right, this is literally Eric. Eric was like, "Hey, I'm going to be at the Switch order tomorrow. You want to do this?" I was like, "Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what I'm talking about." Eric's a great content producer. So here we are. Okay, so we have all the stuff to talk about. We're digging into the Nintendo Switch 2. We got some Oblivion stuff. We have we have all the stuff. Just I'm glad you're with us today. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Joining us momentarily will be a famous race car driver joining us as well, who will actually be in my neck of the woods apparently in the next weekend or so. I'm very much looking forward to that. But do us a favor. Once again, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new, subscribe. Do us a favor. Let's get to our 1,337 thumbs up today. We haven't done that in a while. We do have a big day of just bringing you guys content in general, because today, immediately after the show, we're going to be debuting the next episode of Nerd Duel, featuring several wonderful contestants, including Steph from My Nerdy Home. So make sure you guys show up for that. It's going to be a great episode, and you won't need to go anywhere here on YouTube. It'll literally just, once we finish the show, you will literally be redirected directly to it. So the premiere of that episode. We also have a bunch of good stuff going up over on Side Scrollers Plus. Blabs, would you like to fill everybody in on that?
Yes, I would. So obviously, besides the Blabs versus and the Nerd Duels, we also have side dishes as well. So the other Sunday, or like last Sunday, I should say, we had Side Dishes Hard 8, which is a Texas barbecue where Phoenix and I discovered all the Texan food with Craig, and we all did our IGN ratings. I won't spoil it. But we also have another video coming up on Sunday where we go to Phoenix's old house that he lived when he was until the age of 3 in Texas. So no, there's no doxing involved or anything, but it is quite a fun little adventure. And there may or may not be a white van towards the end. The end.
That's how Blabs got home, the white van.
That's right. That's how I got my ride home.
and naturally, look, probably one of the most popular pieces of Plus content. Say that 3 times fast. Popular piece of Plus content.
Popular Plus content. Popular.
There you go. The abbreviated live stream of the hit indie title Sex with Hitler happened as well. So you can watch that over at Side Scrollers Plus. So please join us over there. We are closing in on 500 plus members. How great is that? Use promo code PLUS to get a discount. If you want to use promo code NERD, you get a free month. You can try it out for free. You can go out, see all the stuff you want. So let's get to 500 and we'll get to that burn Twitch downstream. Speaking of burning it down, our guest today, race car numero uno, Camelot 331. Look at him. He must be hungover. How are you?
Man, dude, I had like an adventure trying to get here. It was like one of those dreams where you wake up and you have to be at a place. It's like an anxiety dream. And you're like, damn, I'm almost late. And you keep trying to get to the thing, and then something keeps happening and you can't get there. Like you can never get there. I like ran downstairs and then ran upstairs, and I was getting like a hat because my hair is crazy right now. I was getting my sunglasses because I like these sunglasses. And I sent myself the link because Twitter wouldn't open on my computer. I was like, all right, well, whatever. I'll just copy the link, send it to myself on Facebook. Facebook wouldn't open Messenger, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll email it to myself. And then when I clicked email, it says like mail to go is unavailable right now, and I like screamed. And that's when I sent Blabs. And
that's what you mean when you like. He texted me. He's like, I'm going on an adventure, and I'm like, okay. And
then I just like just shut down my computer and sat here for a second, and then turned it back on. And I was like, maybe that'll work, and it worked. Thank God. But God, it was awful. It was like one of those dreams. I was like panicking.
Well, we're glad you're here. It's a dream come true that you're with us, Cam. Glad you're here.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Hey, so real quick, you're going to be coming into Texas Motor Speedway here pretty soon.
Yes, sir.
Huh? When is that?
Next week.
Next weekend?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, can I come?
Yeah.
I like that's literally near my house.
Yeah, you can come, dude.
Wait, that big arena thing that I saw?
Yes.
Ooh, cool. Go. Yeah, go.
Yes. Yeah, TMS is a big deal, man. Yeah, would love to go hang out with you for a little bit out there. It'd be great.
Yeah, dude, it's just free. Just show up. Just send me a message and you can just come.
I will. I'm looking forward to it. Okay,
it's gonna be Man on the Streets in NASCAR.
Dude, hell yeah. Let's go. All right. So look, we got a lot going on today. We're going to get into it. We have I don't know if you saw Cam, but Eric is our man on the street. He's going to be joining us here throughout the show, doing interviews. There he is right there. Look at that guy. There he is. he's going to be doing man on the street interviews from not a mall. They're now called places apparently. And he's at a GameStop. He's going to be talking to people who are in line. Cam, did you get your, are you going to be pre-ordering a Switch too, or did you try to?
Oh, hell no, Craig. I'm a man, Craig.
Oh, okay.
I'm a male human
Yes.
I'm not a Blabs
Mm.
gender.
Oh.
I don't need no Switch 2. Okay, I got a Switch 1, and I didn't even want it. I don't know
Just
why I
deceiving
have
my
one.
gender.
Listen,
I'm Pinecone,
Blabs.
Cody.
Listen,
Pinecone.
Blabs. Listen, I don't need no damn Switch. I have one. I have a Switch 1, the first one, in my theater room, like on its dock, and I didn't even buy it. Some bitch. Somebody left it at my house.
Wow. Hey,
And I play Mario Kart sometimes.
I like that your response was, I don't need a Switch. I have a penis.
I'm just saying. Like Oblivion comes out, Craig. Oblivion remaster comes out. It's the greatest shit ever. And then people over here are like, what about that Switch?
Hey,
No,
we're going to get to that Oblivion here in just a little
I got
bit.
the Oblivion. I don't need no Switch.
All right. All right. Hey, before we get into everything, once again, we got our Montez goal today. We have several new Montezes, which we can't wait to show you guys, made by several community members, which is awesome. Thank you guys very much for putting those together over at Side Scrollers Plus using the Montez maker. But before we get to all that, let's go to today in gaming history. By the way, the last today in gaming history with a red background. My God, Blabs, what do we have today?
Right. We are no longer going to be Sith Lords. I don't know if Eric was trying to get my attention or not because he's just shaking the phone. But anyway.
No, he's not.
Okay, today is April 24th, which means the release of Mighty Bomb Jack was released in 1987. We have Metal Gear Solid released in the Game Boy in 2000. And then we have Gal Gun 2 released in 2013 for the Switch, if I'm not mistaken, or something for Nintendo. It was wild. So there you go. There is your last ever red gaming history.
Well, say goodbye to red, everybody. And it's no longer Gal Gun 2. It's just Body Type 2 Gun 2.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be, it's Type 2 Type 2 Gun 2. There you go.
That's right. Type 2 Gun 2. Well, some Mighty Bomb Jack was actually, I wouldn't say it was a big game back on the Nintendo, but it was a notable game. It was an early game on the Nintendo. So 1986 in Japan. Some other noticeable games that you missed today include Mega Man and Bass 27 years ago for the Super Nintendo. A lot of Mega Man fans like that game. Metal Gear Solid on the Game Boy was not on my list of games to really talk about today. But Cam, you're a big Metal Gear guy. You know, you seen Snake Eater.
I never played the Game Boy Color game, and I played the PlayStation 1 game and the PC game, but I had to Google it just to like refresh myself what it even looked like, and it quite literally just looks like Metal Gear.
Yes,
that's it.
Overhead.
That's it. Yeah.
So. Rampage Total Destruction 19 years ago in 2006. That was Rampage was big back. It's so big that The Rock made a movie about it. They made a Rampage movie several years ago. As the show's resident Lord of the Rings expert, I'd also like to let you know that in 2007, Lord of the Rings Online was released for the PC. And this was a fun one. Cody, do you remember Prototype 2?
Yeah, man. Dude. That was during the weird time, and I don't know what the hell this was. And this is my pet peeve. I'd be working at GameStop, and I'd be so pissed every time this would happen. Although Prototype was a great game. Mm-hmm. Every time a game would come out in that 2 to 3 year period, the protagonist had a shaved head and looked identical.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was Star Wars, the Star Wars games, like Unleashed or whatever it's called, where he had a shaved head.
Force Unleashed?
The Force Unleashed. And then Prototype. And then that one PlayStation game that was an exclusive to PlayStation. Same thing. Dude had a little shaved head.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what that PlayStation game's called now, but I'm like, dude, why is every protagonist look identical in like every game that came out the past 3 years?
Man.
But it was great. Prototype was cool. You just run around doing shit.
Sorry. Blabs, I can no longer pull up game on my screen. I don't know why. It slows me down too much. So we'll figure that out later. But all right. Anyways, yes, Prototype.
So I did Gal Gun yesterday, right? For like gaming history. Oh, bye, Craig. So every day I do like the gaming history a day before. He's gone. And for some reason, Gal Gun 2 isn't even on today's gaming history anymore. They removed it, but it does say release date April 24th. But they've changed it to 2018 now. So shout out gaming history.
All right. There you go. But Prototype was wild, man. That was talk about a product, not even of its time. It was cool, man. You could go around, fly around. It's like GTA with special powers almost.
Yeah.
You know, it's super fun.
Yeah, it was this weird GTA-esque game. Just like everybody was saying in the chat finally, They were talking about the game I was talking about, Infamous.
Mhm.
Was
Oh,
another
yeah.
game like that. There were so many games that are very, very similar back then, and then the protagonists looked identical in every one of them, and I thought that was the strangest thing.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, it was a fun list today, Blabs. Fun list. Good
Oh,
job.
thanks. That
All
was
right.
the end of the red.
Yes, the last red day. There we are. Now tomorrow we go black.
That's right.
No, Craig, no.
Once you go black, Cam.
We need some of those. We need a meme. Craig on the couch with 5 dudes behind him.
Listen, I promise you, that's already out there. Someone's already made that. I promise you that. Hey, Reese came in and says, Spider talk. Look at the creepy spider walk. There you go. Blabs
That's
was,
right.
murdering spiders today before the show.
With Raid.
Marmalin says, with the 10, says, how have you not played Galgun 1 or 2? Oh, in the collector's edition, fantastic games. Lots of great storylines involved. The VR versions is wild. I don't know. That's a good question. Sorry, I haven't played 1 or 2. There you go. Hey, Young Stuff says, hey, it's my birthday. Big 3-8 today. Show me the Dan. Was Dan hanging out in the background? He has to be today. I hope so. We haven't, by the way, real quick note. Outside of Dan appearing here for about 6 seconds in here in a second, I have not heard back from Dan Bask in like 2 months. Okay. We're supposed to do a freaking podcast together, and he has totally ghosted me. So if anybody can please get a hold of Dan effing Bask, let him know I'm looking for his ass. Okay.
Just message him or email him and call him attractive. That
Okay.
like for some reason he won't respond to my DMs unless I'm like, man, you looking sexy. And he's like, thanks, dude.
Okay, sounds good. I'll do that.
Maybe
Tell you what,
is gay. Like,
I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now. But hey, dude, you're looking sexy.
send him like a dick pic or something and see what happens.
I don't have dick pics, Blabs.
I'll send you
Okay.
some of mine, Craig.
Okay. Yeah, all right, hold on. Hey,
Forward from Camelot.
you're looking sexy. Here we go. Just so you know, like I've messaged him consistently. Hey, Dan. There
You're
you go.
like the Big Bang Theory with Sheldon.
Yeah.
Penny.
There we go. I just messaged him. Hey, you look sexy. So hey,
That says send him feet photos.
no, I don't do that either. Hey, guess what? Happy birthday.
Happy, much happy birthday for you.
Big 3-8
Happy
right there.
birthday.
Anthony says everyone has hats. Where's the trans hat, Blabs? Where is the trans
Oh,
hat,
because
Blabs?
I was wearing braids today because I got a haircut and I didn't want to put a hat on.
Okay.
So tomorrow, I'll wear it tomorrow.
F Nintendo for all the controversy with the Switch 2. I miss the days when they would do things like take a pay cut for their mistakes. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate that. Mad Hatter came in and says, I may have missed it yesterday. Did you mention that what started the Pokemon episode was someone sent an empty carton of eggs? That's pretty funny. Oh, sad day for her. Nomad says, I went on an adventure once, got drunk at my neighbor's next door and fell into a bush walking home. It felt like Montez. Thanks, Nomad. Appreciate it.
I can honestly say I've never fallen into a bush while drunk before. Why, have you?
I think at one point most people have.
I mean, Cody does it every other day. We all know that. But
Yeah.
I don't fall. So I don't see
you gracefully land.
when I get blitzed as hell, my motor functions aren't like dialed back except for like my eyes, I think. And also like chicks just get way more attractive.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Hey, Blabs, as a woman, when you're drunk, do men get more attractive?
No, it's like, oh no, it's worse.
Oh, okay. I was curious. That's a question that I've always been curious about
That don't make
because
no damn sense.
If
Blab.
you like the guy and you find him attractive, then yes, he gets more attractive. But if you think they're uglier, in my perspective, it's always like, oh no, it's even worse. So yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like there would be like a line. Like if she
Yep.
was like a butter ass golem, like straight up ham
A
planet.
butter ass golem.
Yeah, dude. Like if you looked across the bar and this chick was like just overflowing onto herself like an ice cream cone. Yeah, no matter how many tequila shots I'm taking, her ass is not gonna be overflowing. You know what I'm saying? So
Ew.
yeah, no, but if you're slightly there, if I bump into Blabs at the club and she got like a tiny little belly pouch, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. And then I take 4 shots, suddenly the belly pouch, I'm like, dude, I'll grab that shit. That's what
Hey, anyway, HR.
Craig
talking.
knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the perspective, but maybe not use Blabs as an example next time. I'm just
She's the only person here. It's hard.
And well, Eric, try to use Eric next time.
Yeah,
There he
use
is.
Eric.
That's right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Hey, Tamamo says, fun fact about Prototype, a lot of the systems were copied from the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction on PS2. Both, of course, were incredible.
Yeah, well, look at that.
Interesting. Thanks, man. And give it up for Denny with a $50 super chat. Says, people bitched about the Switch 2 price. Do you know what they also did? Bought it. Nintendo will get around to manufacture more consoles when they can crawl out from under the giant pile of money.
Oh,
thank you, Denny. Appreciate
caught me off
that.
guard with the jiggling titties there.
Welcome to Side Scrollers. That's right.
God.
Hey, Denny, thank you so much for your incredible support. We appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go today. Marius says, I've fallen into a few bushes whilst drunk, if you know what I mean.
Ew.
There you go.
Shave.
Oh God.
Gross. All right.
It's like, damn, he's hooking up with chicks from the 70s and he didn't even know.
Ew.
All right, we're in their 70s. Gross. Hey, Abdulio says I snagged a pre-order for the Switch 2 from a friend who got a birthday coming up. Now we just have to hope that the Nintendo can deliver what they announced, that in Japan they won't be able to meet expectations. So folks who won their lottery may not get it. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a little bit of that today as well. Anonymous has got my Switch 2 at 3 a.m. after Best Buy bungled their rollout. I was in line for 2 hours, got kicked out of line, but was able to rejoin. And 30 minutes later, I was able to buy it. I can't wait to mod it. And yar, midnight release, here I come. Thank you, Anonymous. And Delta says, score one for the Chuds. Nexus Mods has finally made a stance to leave up the Oblivion gender mod with some statement about how people can block the tag real world issues if they don't want to see it. Well, Delta, yeah, we actually do have that on our doc today. We'll get to that in a little bit later. But we do see every one of your Super Chats, Direct Donations, and Rumble Rants. So let's talk about a little bit of Nintendo first and foremost. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Here it comes. Hard News. Let's go on remote. All right, Eric, is everyone else like, what is going on?
Yeah, my yeehaws just freak everybody out.
He's gonna come get you now.
Hey, where you're from, that's a normal thing. People just yeehaw on the corner. It's great.
I'm not even the only guy with a cowboy hat in line, so
I love everything about that. All right, Eric, we'll come back to you in just a minute, okay, buddy?
All
right. What a stud. What a stud. All right, so the big news today is the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders went live. And some people have got them. Some people have not. And those who have not are not very happy that they do not have a Nintendo Switch 2. Now, Cam, obviously, it's really interesting to have you on today because you have a lot of experience at GameStop.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Before we get into all the nonsense and everything associated with the Switch 2 pre-orders, I would love to hear your thoughts about kind of everything that's gone on and your experience working, maybe a pre-order, getting people in line or midnight releases. Do you have any crazy stories?
Oh, yeah. Dude, when the PlayStation 4 came out, this is a great example because, we had the Switch 2 just came out. So it's kind of like another release like that. The PlayStation 4 came out, and they were like discreetly shipped behind the GameStop, and we let them in the back door, and then we had to wrap them in black saran wrap so no one could see them, including the employees. Now, granted, the customers aren't going in the back room,
right?
But we had to black saran wrap them because we didn't even want the employees to see them. That's how weird. Only I was allowed to see it for some reason. And then we had people coming and getting on the waiting list for it. And I would tell people that, because every single day somebody's like 100 people are coming in saying, hey, I want to pre-order the PlayStation 4 or something to that matter. Mm. And I'd be like, yeah, we're not taking pre-orders yet, but we have a waiting list right here. And there was like 4 names on it, Craig. 4? Yeah. And like in the first 3 days, it's like 4 names. So I'll put some names on this shit. Well, people will be like, no, I don't want to be on the waiting list, but I'll just wait. And I'm like, okay, So I had this one guy that came in, and I shit you not, it was like 4th or 5th. He would have been 4th or 5th on the waiting list. So he's like, yeah, I'm not going to put myself on the waiting list. I'll just, come back later. And I'm like, okay, you sure? And he's, oh yeah. So he keeps coming back every once in a while asking to pre-order. And I'm like, yeah, we don't have any pre-orders for it. So fast forward to the release. It comes out, right? It finally comes out. That same dude is in there. Now the waiting list is 500 people damn long. And we get rid of them. Like we didn't even have, I think we got 3 extra for the waiting list on release day, with the exception of the ones we already had pre-order. We already had pre-order. So this dude is livid and screaming at my face, and I'm like, "You should have got on the waiting list, you son of a bitch!" And he goes outside. He goes outside and said he's going to kill me when I get off my shift and shoot me with a shotgun. So he goes outside and sits in his car until close, like the closing shift. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call the police because I've seen stuff like this before, but I'm gonna call the police. So I call the police, and they show up and arrest this dude.
Wow,
because he was like belligerent. He was like a little, and he was like a little tiny. He's like 5'4". He was like that little guy that I always see online.
What's wrong with 5'4"?
It's terrible, Blabs. It's terrible.
Hey.
It's shameful to be that short as a man.
Oh, okay.
And he literally had a shotgun in his car. Now I don't know if he's gonna blow me in half. And to be honest, I probably would have preferred it at this point, looking back. But still, what the hell? Why are people like this? And that is, I guarantee you, there's death threats flying everywhere because of Switch 2 right now.
It's funny you brought that up because I always go back to this story where back at Screw Attack, one of the first videos that kind of popped off on the internet was a very similar thing where we were standing in line for a midnight release of Smash Brothers. And we were doing some man on the street stuff like Eric's going to be doing for us here soon. Hopefully the same result doesn't happen to Eric. But this guy came up. He's like, I don't want to be filmed. I don't want to be filmed. He got all pissed off. And anyway, he ended up getting arrested because he called the cops. The cops came out and arrested him. What is it about video games that drive people fucking insane?
Well, it's Craig. It's these people that usually lurk on Reddit saying the most outrageous, heinous shit, and then they go out in public for the first time in forever. They're going out in public, and then they act a fool and get arrested, and they don't understand, dude. I see this shit every day. There are people right now. I could post a status about Oblivion. Like a cool Oblivion video of me like shooting a damn scamp in the face, and somebody's going to comment below it. And I don't know why. And I'm totally cool with it, to be honest. But comment below it, be like, I hope you wreck and die at Texas Motor Speedway next week. And I'm like, that's weird. And I'll come back to it 10 minutes later to show somebody. I'm like, look at this crazy shit. And they'll be like, oh, user was banned for this post. And I'm like, why? Why are you so passionate about shit that don't matter? It's so weird to me. It's like, have you ever, Craig, do you want to do that? Like, do you ever get on Twitter, Craig, and you're scrolling, and you just see a random motherfucker, and you're like, I hope you fucking die. Like, what?
Is there a day? Does the day end with Y? Because yes, apparently,
like, I just want to, you motherfucker. I hope you die, Blabs. It's like, what? Blabs is like, what I do? I'm like, nothing. I hate you. I hope you die for no reason.
Well,
crazy.
I don't hope you die at all. And I'm glad
you said something to a VTuber 4 years ago. I hope he dies.
Yeah, you did it. Hey, just so you know, we did have people say they didn't want to watch the show today because you were going to be on. I was like, okay.
Did they say they hoped I died, Craig?
No, they didn't. They didn't hope you died though. So that's
damn.
Good. But that's okay. Well, we are glad you're with us today. You do not have a Switch 2, and apparently nobody else will either because they are sold out within 30 minutes of release on Amazon, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop. They all gone. They all gone unless you're in line for pre-orders. But even if you did get a pre-order, Nintendo has issued a statement saying Nintendo issues an inevitable Switch 2 My Nintendo Store warning to U.S. customers, says release date delivery not guaranteed.
What?
Oh, boy. So even if you did pre-order a game as a Switch 2, you may not even get it if you pre-ordered it from the My Nintendo Store. So you may not even get it on the release date. So that's great news for all you friends who are ready to go and excited for the Switch. This has been a disaster. Like the Switch 2, I get it. Everybody everybody's like super excited. Everyone who wants to get one will eventually get one. But from the first day this is announced, the communication on this has been a catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's like shockingly bad.
It's a new strategy, Craig. So it's marketing 101, by the way. And there's so many companies that try to emulate this every cycle. What you do is you faux scarcity and throw the shit out at random places. You get people jiving, freaking the hell out. They did it with PS5, and then they decided to release no games. Oopsie daisy. And then they did it with the Switch One, and then they did it with the Wii. They did all that. Like Nintendo's does this almost every cycle. It just didn't work with the Wii U because everybody thought it was a damn attachment. Good job, Nintendo, you goofy bastards. But Switch 2, they're doing the same thing. Scarcity, weird communication. No one knows what happened. It's not guaranteed, but I guarantee you that Nintendo is going to send about 10,000 units to some Saudi prince for about $5 trillion. So that's what they're doing, Craig. I've read all about this on the dark web.
The dark web is a yes. Well, I'm reading about it over on the dark web known as IGN. As there have been some interesting updates to the cost of some of the games that we've seen for the first time. Saw this story from IGN here. UK eShop suggests upgrades in the US could cost $20. So if you want to upgrade your game, says Nintendo has confirmed the cost of upgrading 2 more Switch games from the OG Switch edition to the Switch 2 edition, Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Mario Party Jamboree, will cost an additional $20. So the Breath of the Wild and the Tears of the Kingdom one will cost $10 to upgrade if you wanted to go from the Switch 1 game to the Switch 2 edition. But Kirby and the Forgotten Land and Super Mario Party Jamboree will be close to $20 for the upgrade pack here. So just if you want to play the game on the new console.
Hold on.
Money, please.
So Sony did the same thing, but they didn't charge for it, correct? So if you had the PlayStation 4 version of a game, you could just re-download it on PlayStation 5 and it was free, right?
Mm-hmm.
From what I remember.
I believe that's correct. I don't.
So Sony's based. Unfortunately, they didn't release no games. Very sad.
Yeah. Well, also from the bustling biosphere of journalism, IGN saying what everybody already knows. The Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders went live and they were a mess. We saw everything get sold out immediately. We saw that earlier with just a total shit show where if you were in line and sometimes things would get popped out. I saw people tweeting about the best structure on how to do this. You got to get everything in your box, and then you got to refresh at the right time. Then you got to come in, and then you got to get your credit card information out, and everything was out of stock pretty much immediately. So,
God, imagine being that little Japanese dude. That'd be the funnest job in the world. Like, I'm gonna make it hard to get, and then you fucking you're coding all the websites and shit, and you, unbeknownst to your ass in Japan, hanging out with your no shoes on, like unbeknownst to you, there's a 48-year-old white lady in Indiana who's gonna get stabbed tomorrow. You did this.
You did that, little Asian man. You did that. Congratulations.
You killed that white lady. That's what he did. He's like, oh, it's going to be hilarious. No, he fucking died. Stabbed white lady.
Oh, man.
Who's laughing now?
Nobody's laughing, Cam. Nobody's laughing because the old 48-year-old white lady in Indiana is dead because of the little Chinese man. There you go.
He was a good woman, Greg.
She thought she was. She identified as a woman.
She tried.
That's right.
She was trying. Okay, she was trying to be a mother, and sometimes things fall to the wayside.
The reaction to this has not been good. As you saw, RGT come in and says this is an absolute shit show. We saw Justin Wang, who makes a really fun series on YouTube, says people losing their mind over Switch 2 pre-orders and the launch titles are just Mario Kart and a bunch of games that are already out. Right? That's actually like a really good point. And the idea that Donkey Kong was a launch window game and not a launch game here from Meme Bastard. So GameSack looked at the review scores over here. People are mad rating the Nintendo Switch 2 because they can't get it. So it's getting review bombed over here. And
that's kind of petty though, because you can't even review the console and you're already giving it nasty reviews.
That doesn't make sense as why you can review it.
Wait, hold on, Blabs. petty on the internet.
I know, what a revelation. But yeah,
It's
no,
crazy.
It's petty.
Oh man, Blabs, I review you a 1.7 out of 5. Congratulations. There you go.
Me?
Yeah, well, yeah. I got
Okay.
petty right there. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. But we also saw this, which I think was pretty interesting. But hold on, where are we at? There was one other interesting piece of information about the games themselves, which was we learned that third-party games are all going to be not the game cards. But what are they called, Blabs? The
game like key cards, but not all
Yes.
of them. It's just some of them. I think that's
Well-
what it's called. The game key cards, the key card. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the third-party games right now, unless they're like Nintendo Switch editions, are just the game card, the game key cards, not the cards that have the data on them. So it's
So you can't put them in your mouth and throw up.
no, you can. That was actually confirmed that the Switch 2.
You have no filter, do you, Cody?
That's
No.
what to do, Blabs. It's a part
Blabs.
of the choking hazards for children. Where this is important, Blabs.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like an actual adult doing these things. I'm like,
No,
you
no,
have
no.
no filter, do you?
They taste like vomit. They make them taste bad intentionally because children will put them in their mouth and be like, "I'm gonna
Right.
eat this dumb
Well,
shit."
I thought I was just assuming you were doing this for adult things.
No, Blabs. No.
Also, you could put one in your mouth, Blabs. Tell me what happens.
Yeah, Blabs, do you not know this about the Switch 2?
I actually
About the
didn't
Switch?
notice that this was like the vomit
Hold on.
flavored stuff.
Do you have a Switch with you?
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my mouth, man.
No. Get it. I would love to see you do this, okay? Because go get a game card. Okay, do you have a game card with you?
Yeah.
Okay, take it out. Okay.
Monkey
did-
balls. I'm not putting balls in my mouth on stream.
Well, put another game.
I
and
just,
just
but they're fine.
come on, Blabs.
Put some of them monkey balls in there.
I'm smacking everything. Okay.
All right, Blabs.
We're Alright.
Take the card. Don't put like the card with the data on it, on the side with the data on it in your mouth. Okay.
You really want me to put something in my mouth on stream? Are you insane?
Yes.
No, I'm not
Blabs.
doing it.
Do it.
The internet's not that weird.
Super Smash Brothers in my mouth? I don't think so.
No, Blabs, I'm not saying like put it in and like jar it around your mouth. You just gotta like listen. Do this. Turn around. If you don't want to see anybody put it in your mouth, just turn around over here. Do it away from the camera, and all you gotta do is just lick the game cartridge, and then turn around so everybody can see your face. Okay.
Well, it doesn't taste very good.
Yes, that's the point, Blabs.
Gross.
And now you get it. There you
By
go.
the way, it was Luigi's Mansion 3, so I really went PG with the games.
Yeah, it's
Thank
much
you.
better than the Super Smash Brothers.
Or monkey balls in my mouth, you know?
Who came over last night, Craig? Oh, you know the Super Smash Brothers came over last night to pay a visit to my house. Woo!
Oh man. See, well, Blabs, that's the point. Nintendo purposely made the Switch games. Yes, there you go. And they're doing it again with the Switch too, because it's a choking hazard. They're so small. So they know that it tastes like
I
my
actually
life.
thought Cody was just having a good time putting stuff in his mouth. I didn't really know this was a thing.
Everything I say is factual, Blab.
Right.
yeah,
Okay, just because I sound ridiculous doesn't mean I'm making stuff up.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, now that Blabs has learned what
I
Switch
have. What an
cartridges taste
adventure.
like. Yes. We also learned that the GameCube, or the GameCube, what the fuck? GameStop, of all things, has listed on their front doors pre-order notices how many of each they're going to have. So you can see right here, they have the 29 available for pre-order. And the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart will have 54 available, one per customer here, right here. You can see it right there. I'm curious, Eric, are you available? Are you ready for us to come to you? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah.
I'm like 3 people away from talking to the employee about what I want.
Oh,
He's got his checklist coming down the line right now.
oh, you're in
But
line. Okay.
He did
Sounds
say
good.
there was like 23 bundles and 7 base systems.
Okay. Hey, after you get your stuff in order, give us a wave and we'll go to you.
Yeah,
Okay, buddy?
I
All
will.
right. Sounds good. All right. All right. We have our man on the street, Eric from You Me in the Movies is joining us, our cowboy on the street. He's getting live reaction from people at GameStop where he's at in his mall. And we're going to talk to them and do some man on the street. We'll see how it goes. So, but while he gets that all squared away, it has not gone very well for somebody who's been on the show. Blabs, I don't know if you saw what happened The dark side Phil.
Oh no.
Did you see this, Cam?
No, I've not.
All right. Well, DSP pre-ordered the Switch 2. And look, this is not good. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, don't do this. But it's also kind of his fault in doing this. But let's just kind of go through the saga with him really fast.
Confirm. I got it from Walmart. Of all places, I got it from Walmart. We did it, guys. That was a nightmare, but we did it 100%.
Oh, I'm muted. But did anyone just see the hand gesture he just did?
What's that?
No one else noticed the hand gestures he was just doing?
Let's find out. Hold on.
Wait.
I'm sure
That's highly inappropriate, Blabs.
Yeah, ridiculously inappropriate, Blabs. What's wrong with you?
I'm like, wait, what is he doing?
Blabs, come on.
Sorry, it was right there. It was too golden. It's DSP. You have to.
Oh, damn it, Blabs. Like a flash in the
I
chat.
really hope
over
everyone
here.
memes him.
Flash over here. All right, let's see how this goes.
Of all places, I got it from Walmart.
Oh,
We did
no, Blabs. No, I can't see it.
Sorry.
Now I can't unsee it, Blabs. Look what you did. Oh,
Oops.
my God.
it, guys. That was a nightmare, but we did it 100%. I got confirmation. It's the standard one. I didn't get the Mario Kart bundle.
But that happiness will soon turn into sadness.
It claims I'm still in line for the Mario Kart bundle. It errored out, and then I didn't get it. But it claims I'm still in line for it. I'm trying to check out at Target. It won't let me check out. Every time I click on it, it just loads endlessly, and then it says error, can't complete the order. Well, just ignore me in the corner looking like an idiot. So here it is from Walmart.com, delivery, pre-order date, my address. There it is, the Switch.
Why did he put his address out there?
That is so dumb.
What?
Or is that the Walmart's address? That's not his address, is it? That'd be wild.
2, order total, blah, blah, blah. I got it. 100%
No, that's the
confirmed.
actual address. If you like,
I don't, not even gonna,
Yeah.
don't even want to draw attention to it. Don't even, just whatever.
Yeah, self-dox, like you guys don't know my address. It was doxed in 2014, the week that I moved here. You guys already know my address. All right. But I'm not going to show you my credit card information and everything, but that's it right here. That's the Walmart pre-order. All right. We're good. Well, everyone, this is the daily wrap for Wednesday, the 23rd, 2025. I actually already filmed the daily wrap, and it was a really positive, great one. And now I have to refilm this an hour later at 11:16 p.m. to tell you how messed up my situation is when people say things about how Phil over-exaggerates and Phil constantly is just talking out of his butt. So here's what happened today. We had 2 great streams. The first stream was Oblivion Remastered. Great fun. We hit the goals. Then the late stream was also a great stream of me building the first half of my Lego Piranha plant. We hit the goal again, which means that tomorrow we're doing DSP tries at Chipotle, and that's awesome. At 8:55 p.m., I attempted to get the Switch 2. I was going between multiple different websites, including Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and more. Couldn't get it from anywhere but Walmart. Added 2 to cart. Actually checked out both the Mario Kart bundle and this regular Switch 2. Regular Switch 2 is coming June 5th on release day. The other one is coming June 8th. Great. Checked out, paid, good to go. Finishing up my work, turned the stream off. Okay, I'm going to film the daily wrap. As I'm filming this daily wrap, I announce, hey, I got 2 Switch 2s. What a great day. Everything's amazing. And then I check my email where it proceeds to tell me that both orders have been canceled. Does it say that it's because of an error on Walmart? No, it says I canceled the orders.
Error.
So I'm currently talking with Walmart right now about someone socially engineered my account on Walmart.com, and through basically very basic information, what it must have been, because it certainly wasn't anything crazy, they got access and canceled my orders. So now I don't have a Switch 2. I love it. I was going to get 2. I was going to keep one, maybe give one to my wife, maybe have a backup in case the Switch 2 failed at launch, because that's what happened with the Switch 1. Maybe eventually do a giveaway. And now I have nothing.
So, bummer.
I feel so bad for Phil.
It's tough, man. That's tough.
Can that really happen? You can just go in and
it happened to him.
Do we believe him though?
I mean, he showed the pre-order, Blabs. He showed his address on stream.
That doesn't mean shit.
It did. So they canceled his pre-order, but it claims he did.
Somebody went in, removed his pre-orders or canceled his pre-orders so he can no longer have a Switch 2.
Oh, that's pretty hilarious.
It's fucked up, man.
Can you go back and play the very beginning of it though? Just for
What's wrong with you,
prosperity.
Blabs?
It's too funny.
Damn, Blabs. You want me to
play him making that hand gesture, please?
You want me to full screen it too?
I need it.
Damn, fine, Blabs. Here, Blabs. Here we go, just for Blabs. Full screen. Here we go.
That's right. Let's clip this shit. I'm going to timestamp 45, 45.
Here we go. With no audio, just for you. There you go. Nice. Good job,
how
Blabs.
quiet Blabs got.
Yes, Blabs over here just like, hey, look.
Loud as hell.
I'm clipping it. I got timestamp.
Golly. You're evil, Blabs. You are the dark force of side scrollers.
Yes.
All right. We are going to be going to Eric momentarily. It looks like he has a sheet of paper with things on it. He'll let us know whenever he's ready. Just give us a wave, Eric, whenever you're ready to go. But first, Modest says, hey, bada bing. Hey, Cody, that's Craig's internet daughter you was talking about. Craig, there was some guy that looked like you on Timcast. I thought he was you for a second. Mia Michis. Hey, thank you so much, Arrivederci, Modest. Yeah, that was my brother. He was on Timcast last night.
Well, there you go.
The number one schmuck says, reporting live from the line at GameStop. Missed online pre-orders due to work. In-store pre-orders to the rescue. Haven't done this since the Wii almost 20 years ago. Oh, God, we're all getting so old. Hey,
20 years ago. Jesus, man.
Yes.
Damn, I was working at GameStop when the Wii came out, man.
Yeah, man. Yes. All right, Eric, you ready to go, buddy?
Damn.
Dude.
All right. Let's go to our man on the street, Eric. Eric, how you doing, buddy?
I'm here at Camelot's old stomping grounds.
Okay.
And we got a line of about 30 people behind me.
30 people. Wow. Okay. This is
employees currently going through with the checklist, seeing what everybody wants. But right here we have Amber. She is at the front of the line.
All right.
Amber, what are you excited for with the Switch 2?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart?
Yes.
And you got here first. How did you manage that?
I work in the mall, so I just came out our door.
There you go.
Look at that.
Nice.
And you're buying this for your
family. We're a big Mario Kart family.
All right. And then we had another guy here. You're here. You were actually here first, but Amber let you in, so you let her have the first spot, right?
Well, she actually got into the Great Clips game.
She had the keys to the building, so she kind of got sneak in.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are you excited for?
Mario Kart World Tour and the fact that it'll play the regular Switch games, backwards compatible.
You've been here since 5, right?
Yeah, I actually live in Kuski. I left around 3 and got here probably a little before 5.
So he's way out in the boonies. He got here early.
Eric, can you ask him something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, can you ask them what their thoughts are on like the price of the Switch 2 and and specifically the price of Mario Kart being $80, if that's a turnoff for them or if that's just a kind of expected?
Did you pre-order Mario Kart?
I got the bundle.
You got the bundle?
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on the price of the console?
Well, it's too bad it had to be what it is, but it is what it is.
What about for the games?
A little high, but if you like games, you're
going to put a lot of hours into it, you know, right?
I don't really play quite as much as I used to, but I still like video games.
Okay. What about you, Amber?
I like. Sorry,
the price.
The price. I think it's fairly reasonable. I mean, it's not as bad as like PS5s or something like that, and you get a lot with it. So it's backwards compatible.
There you go.
So she's getting the bundle, whereas so Mario Kart will be $50 as opposed to $80. You got anybody else to talk to over there?
Yeah, we got. What did you end up getting today?
Non-bundle.
Non-bundle. Any games?
No.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the price of the Switch?
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
We
So-
ask him real quick. Ask him what he's getting a console with no games. Is he gonna go all digital with this?
Yeah. Are you planning on going all digital? Is that way to get any games or?
Something like that. I mean, I still have.
You have all your Switch regular games.
Yeah.
Backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
You can put like the high end
Something like
hardware upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is
Anybody
he
else want to be interviewed? No.
Eric, is he really a scalper? Let's be real.
You never know. All right. What did you guys end up getting?
Oh, the bundle.
You guys got the bundle?
Yeah.
All right. What games are you excited for?
Tomodachi Life. And
Not Kirby and the Forgotten Land?
And Kirby, of course.
Okay. There's that bunch of new levels coming, so you gotta be ready for that.
No,
right?
and I'm hyped for Pokemon Legends EA.
Oh yeah. It's coming in the fall, right? So
Hey, ask him if he's gonna get the. Does he already own the game?
You already own which one?
The Pokemon ZA.
Well, that's not out yet.
Well, is he getting? Well, I guess the bigger question is he gonna get it? Does he have a Switch One? Would he buy the Switch One, and would he get the upgrade for it?
Are you gonna buy it for the Switch One and get the upgrade, or are you gonna get the Switch 2 version? For the Z to A.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna get the Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it too much, so I don't know if it's better.
What are you guys' thoughts on the price of the console and the games?
I think $450 is fair for what we're getting, but the game's going up where it's a surprise, but like kind of makes sense with inflation and everything. So
What about you? What do you think?
It's reasonable for us because GameStop is doing the trade-in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That is the only reason we're
Yeah. It's a lot better for college students.
Sure.
And we're splitting the price and just sharing.
Yeah.
What about you, my man?
Oh, I got the bundle.
You got the bundle?
Yeah.
You pre-ordering any of their games?
No, I was surprised. I was probably going to pre-order more of the third-party stuff.
Third-party
Because
stuff?
most of the first-party stuff I already own.
Okay.
I mean, I'm excited for DK Banana, so I'll pre-order that. But that's
A lot of the third-party stuff is on those new game key cards. How do you feel about those?
it bugs me.
Right.
But at the same time, it's it is what it is. We've been going all digital for a while, and I mean, I'm still surprised.
Switch was kind of Nintendo and Switch was kind of the last fashion of.
Yeah, this is actually the last time that I'm going to try to go all physical, because this is going to be the last, I think, generation of that stuff.
What are your thoughts on the price of the console and the games?
I honestly think it was conservative.
Okay.
I was, with how much more video said like 10x power wise. I was expecting $500.
Okay. All right. So you
50 is like
less than you expected. All right. All right. What about the new game prices?
I mean, I'm not happy with Mario Kart. I said it was going to be selected, so most of them will probably still be 70, and I'm surprised that some of them are still 60. But
Also,
when it comes down to it, they have to make money somehow.
Yeah. Well, like Mario Kart is $80.
Yeah.
I think most people who play Mario Kart are probably going to put enough hours in it.
Oh yeah, especially like this is for Forza Horizon.
Yeah. So.
Right.
All
right.
Thank you.
Well, thanks.
All right.
Awesome. Look at that big line. Like, can we get a shot of the big line there? Look at that.
This
All
is
right.
everybody behind me.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
we're going towards up to the front.
There we go. Nice.
All right. The door should be open in like 5 minutes now.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's
2
great
minutes.
job.
All right.
Great job. Excellent job, Eric. Nice job, buddy. Excellent. Hey,
Yeah.
what'd you pre-order?
I just got a base system, and I'm getting because this is for my daughter. I got my pre-orders from.
Awesome.
My daughter's birthday is the day it comes out, so I got my daughter's for the summer.
All right.
Party and all that stuff. So.
Well, Eric, thanks so much for being smart and coming to us live from the mall. Appreciate you. And
happy to help.
And good luck, buddy. Good luck getting everything squared away. Spending all your money in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, everyone, go check out Eric. Have a good day, buddy. We'll see you later. Okay.
Yep. See ya.
All right, that is Eric from You, Me, and the Movies. You guys go check out his channel. His link is down below. What a stud he is for calling in and doing some man on the street stuff. Always fun. People are excited, man. Cody, they're excited for the Switch. It was interesting to kind of hear people, and this is exactly what you said. It's like people are like, it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And they're gonna buy it anyways.
Yeah, and that's the thing, dude. Like, asking people in line what they think of the price or what they think of whatever, they're just happy to be there. They're excited to get it. And like, I kind of wish I had that. I kind of wish I had that like excitement for games still, because I just don't feel that anymore. And especially when there's like 2 launch titles or whatever there is, right? There's a question that begs to be answered for me. Is it's like, what is the hype around this? And is it really just preying on human nature? Is it really just preying on the fact that scarcity is making people want something that they may not have a chance to get? Because let's keep in mind, marketing 101 is scarcity, faux scarcity. The reason you do that is you're preying on this human nature that people just have, that they want something that they think they might not have a chance of getting. Blabs knows about this because she's a woman. FOMO happens all the time, girls.
It does. The biggest
you see a dude that's jacked.
Studios.
You see a jacked ass dude, Blabs, running on the beach. He can't spell, but he's got the one thing that your guy ain't got. Your guy has 9 times out of 10. Your guy's successful. He's rich. He's talented. He's funny. He got all the boxes ticked. But then you see the rip guy on the beach running. He only got the one thing. He can't read Blabs. He's like, oh, hey, how you doing? But he's shredded, right? And you're like, you know what? I'll risk everything for that guy. It's called FOMO.
What kind of story was this? No.
Blabs, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
How is it that I make fun of DSP doing the whole, thing, but then here's Cody going on a whole adventure, basically fantasizing me about dreaming about this guy who's retarded, but at least he's got muscles. What the hell?
It's endearing. It's endearing the way he talks. Blah, 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 you pretty.
I don't like all the Schwarzenegger.
Oh
yeah,
God.
that does sound like I didn't even realize that. I'm sorry.
This is wonderful, wonderful. Cam, you bring something to our presentation that very, very few people do, and that is
Craig,
confusion for Blabs.
I have experience. I'm the guy. I can't read.
But
I gotta be that guy.
But you got the thing that everybody wants, Cam.
Yeah, 1 whole inch. Let's go, Craig.
Hey, Bob came in, says, in my line for Switch 2 at GameStop right now, I'm gonna flip Prismic Pokemains to pay for my accessories in games. There you go. Thank you, Bob. Good luck with it. And you should be getting ready to go in and get your stuff right now. Tamamo says, I'll be waiting in line. I was on the waiting list for the PlayStation 5. Didn't know there was one at first. It took so long, I completely forgot and lost interest. Then I got a call. We have one for you, and I was surprised. I was all surprised, Pikachu. There you go. You get there, you get the FOMO, you go pre-order, then you forget about it, and they go, oh, we have it for you, by the way. You go, I gotta pay all my money now. Philip says, I remember that Smash Brothers incident. Pro tip: you're under no obligation to turn your camera off when the cops talk to you, as that cop instructed. Well, I would go back 19 years and go talk to myself in Craig 2007 and go talk to him there. So thank you, Philip. Maybe 2008 or whenever it was. Marius says, all sold out, but nobody gets one. Funny that. Thanks, Marius. Marms came in with 10, says, I noticed it immediately, Blabs. Thank you for pointing it out.
You're welcome.
What was he doing? What was he doing, by the way, Blabs?
Cody would probably do it really, really well. Not me.
What?
The hand gestures.
Oh, you got to make noises too. You got to get, when you take a shot of Everclear? Then you're just getting sprayed, bro.
Wow.
It's odd. Either that, tequila works too. Something about it. I don't know what it is. Craig knows.
No, I don't. Marius came in and says Nintendo South DSP in line to order and pulled the plug on all pre-orders. Oh man, there's nope, everyone's done. Everyone's done. Give it up for Speedy Cake with the 20 Australian monies. Says just finished playing Oblivion for the night. It's 1 a.m. right now. And after I finished work at 6 p.m., I realized I smashed it out for roughly 6 straight hours and hopped off because it crashed after a soft lock to Quest. There you go. Thanks, Speedy Cake. Well, let's hey, Speedy Cake, thanks so much for the opportunity to transition over to Oblivion Remastered. There's a couple stories here when it comes to Oblivion Remastered to talk about. First and foremost, some people have praised this, Cody, as the best remaster ever. What are your thoughts? You love this?
Yeah, it's one of those things though, man. I hate there's a game once every it feels like a generation, right? There's a game that comes out and I have to freaking build a new PC. And this is the one. And I'm like, shit, because I was trying to play in 4K hell death edition graphics. And it was just like it's great indoors, but like as soon as I go into the overworld, it's like drops to 40 and starts struggling. And I'm like, no, I need it to be polished and perfect. So yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I really, really admire the way that the developers kept all the awkwardness in it. Like you can tell they wanted to polish it up a lot, but they left they just left almost all the awkward nature and the charm that is Oblivion. And there's new players coming in, Craig. There's new players coming in and they're pissed. They're like, this game's garbage. This is more. And it's because they don't understand what made the original great. And the devs stood by that. Luckily, thank the Lord they stood by it, because the game exactly has it still has all that weird, awkward feel, and like the movement's strange and it's all strange. But they did tighten it up a little bit to make it pretty playable, because there's parts in the original where it's just floopy as hell. And they fixed a lot of that. They added a few animations, added a sprint, quality of life upgrades. But dude, I'm absolutely loving it. But I do not like the fact that IGN made a damn article about my guy.
Well, you know what we did see? IGN made an article about your guy.
My character.
Oh, your character. What did they?
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I didn't see your character.
It's on the front page on his. He got giant face.
Okay, I'll need.
You got it.
Go, Blabs, see if you can find that real quick. I'm curious.
It's my biggest tweet of all time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's real dumb too.
We'll see if we can find it. But I'll tell you what I do have here.
Ew.
Well, okay, Blabs, what do we have?
This has to be it because it's got 74,000 likes on it. Let me remove that. Okay, is this it, Cody?
That's it.
you did that, huh?
Look how beautiful he is.
It's good.
2 million views. Wow. Wow. Pretty good.
I love it.
That is very impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, that does look exactly like the meme. I'm not going to lie. Wow. That's good for you.
Yeah, and IGN made an article about it.
Wow. What did they say?
I don't know. I didn't read it. I don't like IGN.
Okay.
He was afraid. He didn't want to find out.
They're gonna be like, we want him dead too. I'm like, damn, man.
Why would they write an article about that? I don't like good for content.
No, when I released that GameStop conference call, which resulted in GameStop closing nationwide. That's my magnum opus before this was. When I released that conference call, and GameStop's like, we're not closing and you're not getting paid, bitches. And then 2 days later, they closed all the stores nationwide after I released the conference call. Yeah, IGN wrote an article about that. And they called me a guy. They're like, a person, a YouTuber released a conference call. It didn't even say who it was or anything. I was like, you sons of bitches. How could you?
Well, I'm sorry for that, Cam. Tough
They
stuff.
just steal. Look, it's funny because that's what journalists do. They're like, hey, here's this awesome story that this person broke, and then we're going to remove the person and then talk about the story as if we broke the story. It's going to be great. It's no wonder why all these companies are completely closing left and right, and journalists are losing their jobs because they literally don't do journalism anymore. They just go and Google some shit and steal it. That's what they do. It's absolutely, it's unacceptable.
Well, this is definitely something that we totally found original and did not take this from the internet. And we will stake all claims to the original property of this and definitely not anybody else ever. But did you see this, Cam, where they took the voice acting from the game? And did you see this clip right here?
Yeah, she still makes the mistake. I love it.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
That's awesome. That's so good.
It's still there. Like there's instances of that all over the game where there's small ass like mistakes or bugs, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna leave it all in because that's the charm of Oblivion. And that's what they needed to do. And people, they don't realize that makes it almost feel like a living, breathing world. Real life's awkward, Craig. I remember hanging out with the first girl I ever hung out with. Life's awkward.
Listen, you're right. I love that you can actually see the voice actor like look down here, which is like
Legion compound and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh,
It's so
beautiful.
stupid. All right. Well, one of the other points of conversation over the last few days is the whole body type male, body type 1, body type 2, male, female. That's been a discussion in the game. Why is it needed? Is it not needed? And we've seen mods that were put up, then they were removed, and blah, 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 blah. What was interesting about this, Nexus Mods has been on top of kind of getting all this stuff, removing mods that they deem as problematic, right? Well, Nexus Mod released a statement about this body type selector mod, and it is still up, as they have come out and said they have put a community notice regarding the mod and said this mod has been and will continue to be a source of controversy within the community. After a thorough review, we determined that the content of this mod itself does not violate our community guidelines. However, due to the nature of the topic, which often attracts intense and somewhat hostile discussion, the comment section will remain locked to prevent further escalation. So why was the original upload removed? He says, there has been a lot of speculation and misinformation regarding the removal of the original upload. To clarify, the mod was not taken down because of its content. As stated in the ban notice, it was removed due to the uploader's behavior. In the comments, the uploader expressed an intent to incite drama and endorse an external site explicitly designed to host inflammatory content. This kind of behavior directly violates our community standards. Now, here's where things go here. We recognize that mods like this can bring sensitive discussion about gender and identity to the forefront. While these are important conversations, our platform exists to support creative expression and modding, not to serve a battleground for broader cultural and political debates. What we will not tolerate is trolling, harassment, discrimination, or any other form of toxicity that these discussions may provoke. Our commitment remains the same, to keep modding accessible and welcoming for everybody. Please note, any re-uploads of this content or any derivative content intended to circumvent this policy will be removed. Abusive behavior in comments or posts will result in moderation actions, and there is no need to report this mod. If you prefer to not see this content, we encourage you to make use of the content blocking tools by blocking the, quote, real world issues tag or the author that right there. So
my favorite part about this, Craig, is the fact that it's like, if you want to not see it, make sure you block this tag. No one's going to do that because no one actually cares. My favorite part is like, the issue is the hostile discussion and sometimes inflammatory comments. Yeah, that's all on your side. That is, no one else cares. Literally no one cares. Somebody puts up a comment, puts a damn link to an X post. Oh, they got banned because of that. Yeah, that's called hiding in the weeds. That's called fauxing, like outrage. No one cares. And to be fair, I'll go a little bit further because I know a lot of people have been angry about this. The body type 1 and 2, I can give two shits. I've never cared about that. Look, it'd be different if it was like binary underwear wear like train wrecker. I get it. If it was like a random ass genders, that'd be weird as hell. But body type A or B, don't give a damn. It was the same way in Elden Ring. I'm just not that damn passionate, nor do I care to make a stand and battle on the battlefield with everybody because I'm just trying to play Oblivion and I'm tired, Craig. I'm not trying to fight a war with other people. It doesn't bother me. But I get it may bother some people. But the fact that the mods are on Nexus are removing the mod and claiming, oh, yeah, dude, it's because you guys are violent and we're trying. Dude, it's not 2017 Nexus. No one cares. No one cares. Literally no one cares anymore. 2017 is gone and dead. Go wear your panties on your face and call yourself whatever. No one cares anymore. Go have a good ass time. Stop pretending you're fighting a battle when you're sitting on Reddit. No one's fighting the damn battle for you. People fought in the 40s and the 60s. That's over. Okay, you're not one of them. You would have died day one. Okay, you're on Reddit banning people and eating damn pizza damn rolls that you baked because you couldn't afford an air fryer in the damn basement of your house and your mom still pays for your damn bills. And you've never walked outside or kissed a woman, son. And neither have I, but I know what it would be like. Okay.
Good for you, Cam.
I'm just tired of these people.
I think a lot of people are tired, man. But what's interesting about this is in this statement they're talking about does not want to. They say in particular, While these issues are important conversations, our platform exists to support creative expression and modding, not to serve as a battleground for broader cultural or political debates. Now, if you recall, they actually went in and they removed several mods not too long ago, just a couple months ago. They removed the Trump, Biden, and Harris mods from Marvel Rivals. They removed from there, but this is, I think they also didn't they remove Blabs a Red Hat mod as well.
I don't remember that one.
I think they removed a Red Hat.
I'm sure they did.
Yes,
I'm sure they did. It's funny though, Craig. They'll be like, "Yeah, we got to remove this mod because it's inflammatory and it might hurt somebody's feelings, Craig." But let me go to Nexus right now and sort by popularity on any game that's on Nexus, and it's just giant fat titties mods hitting me in the face, jiggle physics, bro. I played the Resident Evil 2 damn Jill or Claire mod or whatever the hell, and her ass cheeks are jiggling as you're running. You added sub, and that's like number 3 on the list.
Yes.
Look, when did we get to the point, Craig, to where like seeing Mr. X bend over Claire and just wreck her while grunting and weird stuff happening? And like, when did that become not like kind of offensive for some people that might be playing the game? But maybe calling you a top A or top B is just too far, Craig.
Right. Yeah, you're 100% right with that. There's a lot of hypocrisy in it for sure. And look, sex sells. It's always sold. It will always sell. But it is interesting to kind of see Nexus mods really for the first time be like, okay, we're going to tap the brakes on this because they have banned previous mods like that. So
yeah, finally.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Also good is Nova Slayer. It says, my brain must be built different. I plan on getting a Switch 2, but not on day one. If I see one in the store, I'll get it. But then I'm in no rush. I think there's a lot of people in our space that are like that as well. Denny says lots of people think Nintendo is planning some big conspiracy and that the demand isn't real. There's a term for this. It's called cope. Thank you, Denny. Speedy Cakes came in with the 20. Says, I love this game. Game warts and all. Craig and some of the changes. I love this game warts and all, Craig. And some of the changes I love compared to the original are the skill perks were updated to make more sense of more sense, i.e. armor now fixes magic stuff at level 25 instead of level 50. So there you go, like good old quality of life improvements, and that's great. Matt says, look who it is, Camelot in the house, bright and early, looking good in his shades because the future is so bright. There we go.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. We got Talladega Saturday. Woo, we're gonna try to go there and get a dub, son. We're gonna steal it. Try anyway. Shit's hard.
Apparently Camelot wants to play as the caveman from the Geico commercials in Oblivion. Huh, to each their own.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
That's good. That's pretty damn good. It really is. That's a pretty spectacular character.
I also like that callback to the Geico commercials.
Yeah, dude.
They're bringing him back. The caveman. Yeah. John says, in line for my Switch 2. We'll let you know if I get it. Good luck, John. Abdulio says, if it weren't for my friend wanting a Switch 2 for his birthday, I wouldn't be buying. I think the prices are outrageous, and Nintendo's greedy behavior just reinforces my decision to stick to my PC. I wonder how many purchases are gifts for others. Thanks, Abdulio. Appreciate your $12 direct donation. And Cenarian says, hey, guys, I just got back home from work. Could you start over, please? No. Thank you, Cenarian. Appreciate that. Also, Speedy Cake says, just for the last, Craig, some Christian developer needs to go the whole distance with Type 1 and 2 and have an Adam and Eve just fry some Alphabet Mafia brains. Thanks, Speedy Cake. And Marius says, Bethesda are militant feminists now because they made body type 1 female. Oh, did they? All right, nice. That's kind of the most amazing thing about the whole body type 1, body type 2 thing is body type 1 is always male. So it's like it's still a binary choice. You know,
yeah. Well, that's the funny part. Yeah, Craig, you're right, because body type 1, it represents something, and body type 2 represents something. Whereas if we would have like went in the fork in the road in like 2018, 2019, where like the normies started getting on board and being like, wait a second, this sucks. Like if that fork would have went the other direction, like their body type 1 and 2 would just be the same thing. No one wants to have any kind of identifiers at all because we got to serve that like those 18 people that are hyper, and they're not even actually offended. They're just fucking insane. And we're trying to like protect the insanity. No, how about no? And also, I kind of agree with body type 1 being a female. Because that's my number one body type for damn sure.
Numero uno, huh?
I can't, Craig, come on, dude. I grew up in a trailer park. That's all I like is muscles, guns, and women.
You
and
know
not
what?
in that order.
America. Let's go.
I can't help it, dude. It's like ingrained in my biology.
We need an eagle screamer that just whenever Cam's on. I think that'd be great. All right, we'll continue talking about and following Oblivion. Mr. G says I was able to get a Nintendo Switch 2. Will Blabs go out with me now?
Finally.
Is that what it takes, Blabs? Is a Nintendo Switch 2?
That's what you send her.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no. There he is, just hanging out, reading stuff.
That's what you send her, yeah. Instead of a dick pics, you send her a Switch pics.
That's
Hey, girl, you want to see my Switch pics?
Hey, girl. JC Kessler says, for most lazy gamers, type 1 or 2 is a reference to their diabetes.
Oh.
Zombie Direwolf says the Switch 2 is the cost of the PlayStation 5. You're crazy. Thanks, Zombie Direwolf. And Blabs, go ahead and try those real quick.
All right, gesticulate, geriatric, genuine, and genial. Sounds like you use a hard G with gesture. Gesture.
You did do that, yes. I was confused.
Gesture.
Good job.
Gesture.
Garrick says just pre-ordered one from Walmart. Took like 2 minutes. Wow, the fuss about getting one. The cause was painless. I guess it's all online. So yeah.
And some people want to relive the golden days of going to the dude. I remember that was some of the best times ever. The Halo 3 midnight release. God, you know how legendary that shit was.
Yeah,
no pun intended. That was like my second or third midnight release ever. I think my first one was Burning Crusade. And man, dude, there was like 500 people in line, all the way backed up to Walmart. We had like 30 boxes of pizza. We had Halo 3s set up and all these different 360s and TVs. People playing like multiplayer outside. God, dude, you can't recreate that shit. It's over. That was awesome.
Good times. The nostalgia is real. All right, let's talk about another thing people have nostalgia for, but has not exactly gone well over the last decade or so. And that's Star Wars. Now, I have not watched anything Star Wars, and I think the last thing I watched Star Wars was Mandalorian. I watched season 1 of that. I really enjoyed it, but just never got around to watching season 2, which I heard was fine. Then season 3 kind of went off the deep end apparently.
Season 2 of Mandalorian had a bunch of like cameos that carried it. But,
okay.
Yeah. And the last thing I've seen was the Bad Batch season 1. Yeah.
Well, Blabs, what are we looking at here with Andor?
All right, so I have not seen Andor, to clarify. I've not seen any single season of it. It was originally supposed to be like 4 or 5 seasons or something like that, and because it's done not well, it's now been shortened to 2 seasons. It's the final season now, and supposedly there is an attempted grape scene in Star Wars, which has never been done before, and so there's this huge argument going on. Where the argument, funny enough, was always the left saying Disney Star Wars is, Star Wars is for children. But now all of a sudden, the very same people are now okay with the scene that happened in Andor. So lots of people are fighting again. And even the Hollywood Reporter is on copium and backing up Disney Star Wars. Surprise, surprise, because glug money. Anyway, in this Andor article, literally says the product of rape, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Wow.
Who puts that in a title?
God, these people are so they yearn. They're like the kids, man. They yearn for the minds. Like, what is it up with these like celebrities and like successful writers, all that were born into the grift, right? There's like no writer left or director that wasn't born into this bullshit. And they're all sitting here, but like with a straight face telling normal people and other people in other countries that are actually dealing with strife. And they're like, we're all products of grape, including me, millionaire writer. I'm a product. Please, someone put me on a pedestal. I'm a victim. No one gives a damn about you. Okay, Paris Hilton, although you hot as hell. No one cares about celebrities and their opinions about how victimized. They just want to be like us, Craig. They yearn so much to just be normal. You know how many friends I have that are violently rich and they pretend they grew up poor? When I talk about it, I'm like, yeah, dude, in Trailer Park, we used to run from this damn husky, bite us in the ass cheeks. And they're like, yeah, dude, I remember growing up. It was really hard. And I'm like, shut up, motherfucker. You had a freaking Ferrari when you were 16 with your parents. Eat my ass. Stop pretending that you had a struggle. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being proud that you grew up and didn't have to struggle financially. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody struggles. We all have pain, Craig, in some way, shape, or form, but don't pretend to have mine. Blabs.
Well, maybe that's the case with Tony Gilroy. I didn't know we were going to get a trauma dump today from Cam over here.
I'm just trying to be honest.
And I love it. All right, we got Tony Gilroy talking about why that SA attempt against an undocumented fugitive in the show's season 2 premiere block was necessary to tell an accurate tale of revolution.
Yeah, so like this show is very much on the nose about modern day politics, you know, with the whole undocumented and everything. And listen, you can't, there's whatever argument you want to make if rape or whatever belongs in, you know, Star Wars. And there's definitely arguments from George Lucas's that, you know, it's kind of insinuated things already happened behind the scenes, you know, Princess Leia, Jabba's Hutt, even the expanded universe. I get that. So that's not what I'm going to talk about, obviously, because I'm not an expert in Star Wars, so it's just bullshit. It's the point of this article that is just insane, in my opinion, that I want to discuss. It's like, how dare you just lump everybody together saying that everybody's a product of rape? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not have nice men in your history? And like, hello, Harvey Weinstein, are you really gonna are you guys not gonna realize the elephant in the room with the Epstein files, Harvey Weinstein, all this shit going on in Hollywood, but you go and do that? But on the nose.
They want to be part of it. They just want to, we're all, the reason they said that, we're all products, is because they were actually saying, I'm a product of suffering. I suffer every day, and you could never understand. Please give me money and say you love me, Blabs. I'm a victim, Blabs. Save me. Love me. Adore me. Give me money. Say I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm the greatest. You're nothing. That's what these people think.
Are you okay, Cody?
That's what Blabs, I'm having a deep discussion. I'm looking at you in your eyes. Okay, and you don't even care. What's wrong, Blabs? What's going on?
I mean, I'm looking at a ski mask, so those goggles.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ski mask? These are certified redneckified glasses to protect me from the UV.
Right, okay, well.
It was at Walmart. It says it right on the tag.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on the listen, I pray for everybody. Thank you, Blabs, for that. Who is a product of rape. And
what a wild article. Anyway, I ratioed the THR at one point yesterday, but then it didn't happen anymore. Unratioed them. Sad days. Good for you, Blabs. Yeah. All right. There you go. Crazy D says, I'm laughing at Camelot's savagery. Love it. Find him on his channel, Camelot 331. Jay Beard says, I don't care about Star Wars anymore, and I won't be getting a Switch 2 because I had a Switch and never used it. Montez, let's go, Jay Beard. Thank you very much. Speaking of Montez, we are 3 yellow supers away from getting our Montez goal today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's get it. We're gonna get there.
Give them go, boys. Come on, in honor of Blabs and her sweet, beautiful ignorance.
We'll get there. I promise we'll get there today. It's gonna be great. Also, Tenarian says, I just opened a package of PS2 games that got delivered while I was at work. I found a dead bug in there, and it wasn't native to my country. The games are in excellent condition, though. All right, Tenarian.
There was a bug in there. It was from another planet, but the game's great. It's fine.
I love it. Good stuff. Lord Slosh says, the Empire is raping women now. Geez, no wonder they chose the Wookiee. Okay. Scooter says, I'm still pretty irritated with this nonsense lumped on Kirsha just before she went on vacation. I hear you, Scooter. I hear you, buddy. Thanks for the heads up on that. Marius says, I love all products of grape. Wine, juice, raisins, jelly.
Man, what a turn of events that super chat is.
That was a wild roller coaster right there. That first minute. Thank you, Marius. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go to we need to back up a little bit. There was a show that was airing in the UK that featured Mickey Rourke and Jojo Siwa. It's a celebrity Big Brother. Did you hear about this at all, Cam?
I saw the clip and it was kind of funny because he just says the slur and the guy's like, you can't say that. And Mickey Rourke's like an old guy. He's like, what?
All right.
What do you mean?
So we can't show the footage.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Okay. But Mickey Rourke is on the show. And this happened, I saw it several weeks ago. But just as all context here, I need to give you this. So Mickey Rourke was on this show, Celebrity Big Brother. This is in the UK, or maybe I think it's in the UK, whatever. I don't know. But he's talking to Jojo Siwa, and Jojo Siwa was like a kid's like.
She was on Nickelodeon,
performer.
wasn't she, or some
Yeah,
shit?
you know, child star, right? My youngest daughter was kind of like into her for a while. She liked her songs and stuff, and I was like, eh. Then Jojo Siwa was like, hey, guess what? I'm gay, right? So she goes on the show, and Mickey Rourke has no idea who she is, but he calls her the bundle of sticks words. As a matter of fact, since they're in the UK, he says, I need a bundle of sticks. And he's referencing
a cigarette. Yeah.
Right? And she hears this and she breaks down and she starts crying because of the words that Mickey Rourke uses. Okay. Yes. So in doing so, Mickey Rourke then gets a warning from the crew, from the production, for saying, hey, you can't talk like that here. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? I don't even know what you're doing. I'm just saying the words that the English speak, right? But he then calls Jojo Siwa the lesbian. I think that's what he calls her. Like, hey, the lesbian or something like that. But then he tells her, he says, you won't be gay anymore if he survives eviction. He then refers to Siwa as the lesbian when starting for who he'd nominate, right?
Based.
So he's like, look, you ain't going to be lesbian anymore, right? Whatever. Well, guess what?
Well, guess what, Craig?
Mickey Rourke was right, Blabs, because now Jojo Siwa no longer identifies as lesbian after being on Big Brother UK. She now claims she's just queer.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, so
Yeah,
she was
Mickey
sleeping with
Rourke
that
ran
guy.
through her. He ran through her. That's all it took.
Wow.
That's all it
So-
took, Craig. One good one.
Jojo Siwa says she realized she's not a lesbian. Following.
That is wild. So, like, part of me is like, that is wildly inappropriate to say to someone like, oh, you know, you're not going to be a lesbian anymore. It's like,
That's such an old guy. It's such an old guy thing to say.
Yeah. It's like bordering like harassment, I find. But the fact that she just had to get a good dick.
Yeah, and she looks like Chucky from Child's Play, but grown up.
Yeah.
She looks like the doll, but like
man.
if it was an adult.
Yep. Dye her
It's
hair
so
like
weird.
reddish
No,
now.
but that's the thing, dude. Like that's the thing is she literally admitted that all she needed was to meet like a really attractive dude, and like suddenly she's like, wait a second, I'm confused. Damn, his abs are glistening in the sun. I don't know what to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I have the same
hilarious.
shit. I see a dude out there with his abs. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, Epic Mike came in and he goes on a rant on X, and I got to be honest, I don't think he's very wrong here. He says they plastered this bee and her gayness all over social media. She sold her sexuality to all of her young, impressionable followers. How many young girls thought they should model themselves after her? F her and her whole ass career.
That's a good point because it's not real. It's all like I'm picking and choosing things to say to either further my career or make me feel better about my affirmation and my impact towards people. Because keep in mind, Craig, you can talk to normal people and they think this. I remember my friend got a job. He got a job making like six figures. We were like 19 at the time.
Wow.
He got a job making six figures at this like plant, and he had a 2-year degree or something. And he quit after like a week, and we were all blown away because $100 grand when we were freaking 19, that's insane money.
Yeah.
And he quit, and we were like, "What the hell's going on? Why'd you quit?" And he was like, "I just don't feel like I'm making an impact." That's what it is. JoJo's, he was like, "No, I'll need to make an impact. Let's see. I'm gay. So now I'm making such a good impact." They don't realize it. They think they're doing good, but they're actually damaging people. And look, clarify. Nothing wrong with that. If that's the way you are, that's great, dude. I've taken a shot of tequila, Craig. I know what it's like. But I'm just saying, like, if you pretend to be a certain way because you think you're making an impact, you're just damaging people. Be your true self and be genuine. And that's the only way you're going to make it out of this life alive, is to be genuine and be who the hell you are. Okay. Blabs is like, can you not be the way you are, Cody? When I send her snaps at 2 a.m. And I'm like, this is who I am, Blabs. I can't not be this way.
To clarify, so chat doesn't actually think he does send me snaps at 2 a.m., but this doesn't happen.
No, that's switch pigs. And it's on Twitter.
That's right. But it's funny because this is a great little tweet. It says, Scared straight taking on a whole new meaning right here. And Chrissy Mayer came in and says she's what we call a party lesbian. To get drunk and make out with a girl, and then I'm gay. But
I honestly think JoJo is full of shit because, you know, like we were just saying, she has this entire fan base and all these girls who want to be just like her, like, well, maybe I'm a lesbian too. Yeah. And they get all their sexuality confused and everything. It's just fucking with them. And it was just all for nothing. It's like you fucked with some little girl's mind right here. Lesbian until graduation.
It's just all it is. It's what's profitable at the time. And you have all these pop stars can do the same shit. It's whatever's profitable at the time. That's where they're gonna go with. It's not as profitable now. You got to go even higher or different. And you know, like it pains me to say it, but like gay is not as popular anymore. Like it's got to be a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Got to take that next step.
And I'm talking in terms of marketability, and I'm not talking in terms of like, you know, conspiracy or if we should or should not like this. I'm talking about like. People like a lot of celebrities, their marketing department or their agencies can be like, hey, you got to come out as queer because like we need to find that demographic. We need to find this demographic. And a lot of these people in this demographic and people that say they support the demographic will prop people up just to affirm themselves as a good person. You know, that's a lot of people will do that. They will let kingdoms fall to prove they're a good person. There are people out there on Twitter right now that will claim, oh, well, yeah, I would just die. You can just genocide everybody I know to prove I'm a good person. No, thank you. I don't need to affirm nobody. I ain't dying for you, Craig, although I do love you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Well, but she's not alone. I mean, you're talking about like just riding the wave. We all see this coming from a mile away. You remember when Demi Lovato was like, I'm non-binary.
Yeah.
And
then she's talking to aliens and shit.
Look at the date on here, right? Very convenient during 2021 over here and May. It's like peak non-binary time. And guess what? All these articles are written about her. Hey, shares moving message to trans or non-binary people like me. We will get through this. Oh wait, no, you won't, because she went back to using her old she/her pronouns because explaining they them was exhausting. It's like, if it's exhausting for you, how do you think it feels to everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And she attacked both sides there. So, A, you said what everybody has been like thinking and or saying for 10 years now. And then B, all those people that actually struggle with this and actually live that life that she was pretending to live, and they see her put it to the wayside because it was, it's kind of hard and tiring. These people that are living it, they're like, "What? Your gripe is that it was tiring, and you're just like, okay, I'm not that thing anymore." Where these people that actually live this life, they think they know they are that thing, and they're not changing for anybody. It's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, but celebrities could just take off the mask and put on different ones whenever they want, whichever one's more profitable." Whichever one's more marketable as outrageous or crazy or new or the thing, right? That's the thing, man.
So actually, by the way, you're muted, Craig. So just want to point that out. But I did some reading of Jojo Siwa and what she was saying. And it kind of sounds like she's identifying almost as non-binary, but doesn't want to say she's non-binary yet. So that's why that she was saying all about like, oh, I'm switching letters. So from L to Q, she's queer. And then she also says that she says, met a lot of males, love them, definitely not them. Met a lot of people in my life that are non-binary, and these beautiful non-binary people are who I feel most like.
Okay.
So just for a little update.
Good luck with that, Jojo Siwa. Good luck with that. Just wherever the wind blows.
Yeah, and then she adds, I don't know if it's not something I want to say about myself yet, but it's something that is confusing. So therefore, she's thinking maybe she's non-binary.
Jojo Siwa confused and mentally unhinged? Yeah, I got it. Sounds good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when she turns about 26 in 5 or 6 years, when she's like 26, 27, I guarantee you she's going to be one of these people that come out and be like, yeah, I feel like I was victimized and used for profitable and marketing reasons. And here's my tell all about it. and how I was abused in the industry to say I was certain things and do certain things to try to get more. That's what's going to happen. She seems like the type of person that's going to completely tell on these folks right when she gets out of this shit. She's like, you know what? This was all bullshit, by the way.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. Yes. I 100% agree with you. Tenarian says, I'm just thankful Demi Lovato stopped the pronoun BS. Domo origato, Demi Lovato. Thanks, Tenarian. Tenarian also says, we couldn't have the Celebrity Big Brother show in my country. People are way too straightforward. There's constant rude jokes and insults. The cleaning lady got her ass grabbed with both hands by an older guy, and everyone, including her, just laughed. Hey, Tenarian, we're moving in, buddy. It sounds awesome. Sounds like a fun place to live where, you know, people can just laugh at stupid shit. I love everything about that. All right. Crazy says, shout out. Speaking of shout out to Blabs, the Spider Terminator.
That's right. Raid. And now I had to like ventilate my closet because it smelled really bad of chemicals.
Oh,
So I just had to leave it wide open for an hour or so. Now I gotta scrub the floors because of the raid.
Raid.
Yeah. Raid Shadow Legends.
No, I can't stand scalpers, and I'd rather wait a year. Thank you, Furious Dan. You know, hey, can I let me just kind of tell a quick story about this? And I've talked about this briefly, and I think I may have put this on X, and I may have briefly touched on this, but we did get offered a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, and originally they offered $2,500. Like, I'm not doing a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. Like, it's kind of like a punchline. And I was like, so they offered $5,000 to do it. And I was like, I can't do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, right? I can't do it. And even if it's $5,000, I can't do it.
What if you did on a Twitch stream one where you burn everything down while also doing a Raid Shadow Legends?
I'd have done it.
I can't do it.
Craig.
I know you would have. And here's the thing. We laugh at it too much to do it, right? So I'm not for sale. With that said, head to Side Scrollers Plus. Use the promo code PLUS. Get a free month to allow us to not have to do Raid Shadow Legends streams. That's the idea here. Is your support on Plus allows us the opportunity to not take that bullshit, right? So there you go.
I used to be like you, Craig. They offered me $1,100 back in 2021, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nah, bruh, I don't do that kind of thing. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, fuck, I should have done all those. What was I thinking?
Someone's like,
damn, I could have made like $200,000 like in 2 years. What was I thinking?
I see the chat going, well, what about $10,000? No, look, the idea is support us over on Plus so we don't have to worry about that bullshit, right? Head on over there and let's keep on growing Plus. I promise we're going to give you guys a ton of value over on Plus. So head to Side Scrollers Plus so we don't have to do Raid Shadow Legends. All right, let's go and move on and continue talking. By the way, we are 2 Montez supers away from our goal, and Cody will be picking the Montez animation today. But including John, who just came into the tent, says successfully pre-ordered a Switch. There was a guy who I'm guessing was diehard fan that almost got one of everything that you could pre-order. Wow, probably dropped over $1,000 right there, man. Good for you, John. All right. Discord, it's a big deal. It's been a big deal for a long time, a decade or so, I would say. The first time I remember hearing about Discord. Do you use Discord on a day-to-day basis, Cam?
Not really. I'll log into it like once every couple of weeks because somebody will be like, hey, join my Discord and like let's talk on this thing. And I'm like, shit, dude. So I had to like update it and reopen it, and then I have like 100 DMs from random people and I don't check any of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And it's
Is that why you haven't got back to me? Is that why you haven't got back to me?
Probably. Message me on X, please.
Well, there have been interesting developments over the last little bit. This is crazy to even think about. If I was to, let's play the Price is Right game for the revenue that Discord generates. All right, Cam. Let's start with 2024. How much revenue did Discord generate?
2024. How much revenue did Discord generate? $12 billion.
$12 billion. A little bit lower than $12 billion. Blabs, do you have a and by
I didn't see this, so yes. $8 billion.
$8 billion. You guys are ridiculous.
$27, correct?
Higher than 27. Closest without going over.
$100 million.
$879 million.
Hey, it's not that bad. I thought you were gonna say like 8 million. I'm like, damn, that's brutal.
No, that's $800 million is pretty damn good chunk of change. I'm just saying this is a major ass company, big ass company going on, right? But we saw this kind of trickling down yesterday as the CEO of Discord has stepped down. Says the first thing he's planning to do is catch up on video games. Says, I need to finish Final Fantasy Rebirth. I have a backlog. I want to play Blueprints. I haven't even played Baldur's Gate 3. It's hard to do with young kids running a company. I'll spend some time and chip at that backlog. So anyways, the CEO of Discord has stepped down, and you're like, well, why is that? Why is this happening? Well, it's because it looks like they are in the process of going to an IPO, which means they're looking to go public, which is kind of intriguing. So
Rip. That's the death of a company. Rest in peace, Discord.
Yes. It says Discord's new CEO, Haman Shekinini, was the president of King and vice chairman of Activision Blizzard right there. So they had him stepped up, ready to go immediately.
So. Question, wasn't there like a thing where YouTube was going to try to make some sort of Discord thing on each person's channel? Did anyone else hear about that? Like, it was a rumor floating around that I heard it from people and never actually read an article about it, but it was like the community tabs, right? It would be like a whole Discord thing. So I'm kind of wondering if this has any effect to it, if it ever happens, because I feel like that's a huge game changer. A lot of times people use Discord to link with their social medias. So I feel like if that ever does happen, Discord's redundant.
I miss the instant messenger function. So like a long time ago on YouTube, you could instant message just other creators. It was just like Facebook Messenger. You just message creators on YouTube. And then they just got rid of it like 6 years ago or some shit.
Yeah. It wasn't used enough. And it was probably using too much data.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Hey, look at this. Raid Shadow Legends came in with $2 Canadian. Just take our money. Hey, pony up, big boy. Let's go.
$100,000.
There you go. Marius came in, says you should talk to locals about sub gifting. If they made that easier, I'm sure you're to grow your subs more quickly. Marius, it's interesting you mentioned that because we literally mentioned that to them on Tuesday.
Uncanny.
We have weekly discussions with locals. So
a very nice chap.
Yes. Marius says, let's get it. Montez, we did get it. Congratulations. Hey, guess what, Cam? You get to pick the Montez animation today.
Yeah.
Here we go. We have multiple options, so I need you to listen carefully, okay? Including Wario Land, Double Dragon, Earthbound, Kirby, Street Fighter, Dalsum, Tetris, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Duck Hunt, Dustborn, The Moon, Super Mario Brothers, Mortal Kombat, or Street Fighter 2.
Let's go Punch-Out.
All right. It's always a favorite.
Bitch!
Let's go.
I chose Mortal Kombat last time, didn't I? I remember that.
An update on Eric. He says in the chat, I got my deposit in. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! All right. Let's go to this final spot because, hey, it's Clown World on a Thursday because why not? Damn it, Blabs.
Yeah.
Why you got to put videos like this in here?
Because I was like, how to trigger Craig.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to talk about before.
He's like, do I have to?
We're really going to talk about this? All right. Yes, we will. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. We have a video here just titled Name Change Tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
Tomorrow is my son's court date for his name change. I am so excited. I can't think. I didn't even think to get like a personalized gift. I could kick myself. And so now I'm just like scrambling for ideas. You may just have to get something late. Anyway, I just want to share that. I know a lot of creators talk about sharing trans joy, and I want to share the joy of being the parent of a trans person and getting to be part of just a really exciting moment for him.
I'm included
for us.
Right. It's very
trans joy.
Yes.
It's exciting for me. I love it. I love the name he chose. Just all of it's so cool. All of it's so cool. In the midst of all of this, I'm just so excited. So bye.
Craig,
You know what
Craig,
yes,
if,
Cam.
if you didn't, if she did not have the ability to film this and post it to social media, none of this would have happened.
I agree. I think this is one of those things where when you look at this face, this is a middle-aged woman who was very bored with their life. And their daughter came to them with this, and it provided a little bit of excitement to their life. And that's what you're hearing as this person is talking. It's all about, I'm this. This brings me joy because I'm excited. Their change gets me excited. And we have a narcissist here. Like this person is making their kids' illness about them.
Exciting moment.
And that's the saddest part about this is a, lady who's very bored in her life. She found some excitement, and you see her hopping on the gravy train. And look at how excited I am because of my kid. So thanks, Blabs.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny, this whole trans joy. I was like, wow, we have categories for types of joys now too. Straight joy and lesbian joy and gay joys and tranny joys. It's funny.
Well, it's all posturing as the ultimate moral, like, superiority movement, because to have this belief that I understand people have, and they have every right to have the belief, but like people that occupy this area have this incredible moral superiority belief that you have to ignore so many things and just go with blind faith to have these beliefs and to speak out on these beliefs. And it's the closest thing we have to it other than this specific social issue. Nothing else is like this, is just religion in general. Like, you have to completely put everything out the window. Look, there's a lot of people that identify certain ways, or maybe their sexual orientations different ways. There's a lot of people that occupy a lot of different parts of the puzzle. But there's arguments that can be made for them. Sure. But the issue is like, for a lot of trans folks, you kind of have to throw everything out the window and be like, blind faith, I believe you, I love you. And it's the ultimate moral position if you think about it. Like, the ultimate, like, complete moral position. Like, I'm going on blind faith that everything that every one of these people are saying is completely the truth, not corrupted, and not done for a nefarious purpose, Craig.
Well, I think
the
biggest thing is that you see these parents who have trans kids, and they've reached a point. We played a video about this not too long ago where this lady laid it out perfectly. Like, you have to go down with the ship, because when you're messing with somebody's life to this extent, you have to be all in. And then when you have this moral, well, I'm doing it because there obviously is a narcissism aspect to this, right? Specifically when it comes to this lady, right? The way that she was speaking about this, and the way that her daughter, now son, is going through this, and to see, like, it's sad, because you want to see what she's going to look like in 5 years, right? This lady, when her daughter has a fake pee-pee, and she's like, well, I want to get the dick. And, the doctor's over here making a dick for, her daughter. And, I don't want a vagina anymore. Yeah. That's right.
No, Craig, it's crazy, because there are actual people that are struggling with this shit every day. There's real ass people that are struggling with this shit every day. And the worst part about this whole, issue is you have people like this lady that are perpetuating it. And there are 20 to 100 of these ladies for every trans person that are perpetuating it and pushing it as hard as possible because they want to post about it on Twitter or tell their circle of friends of how good of a person they are.
Yeah.
They're just so damn good, Craig, and you'll never be as good as them, Craig.
Mm-hmm.
You are shit. You are nothing, Craig. They are everything.
Mm-hmm.
That is the whole point. So that's the issue, is for every one person actually struggling with these issues, you have 100 people perpetuating it and pushing it behind them, just trying to get a little bit of that moral clout and that social clout. That's it.
Social clout.
It's
Exactly.
brutal.
It goes back to your original question of like, if this wasn't on, if she didn't have the ability to film it, would she even do it? No, of course not.
Nope.
Of course not. All right. I'll tell you, let's get to some supers real fast. You guys don't go anywhere because we are going to raid Nerd Duel today. And today's episode features Steph from My Nerdy Home as well as Epic Mike. And I definitely want you guys to tune in. Daniel, who's been on the show before, is also on it. So tune in. We're going to set that premiere to go live as soon as the show goes. You guys do not need to go anywhere. This will automatically redirect the page that you're on. So stay with us, guys. Blabs, let's fire off some supers.
Okie dokie. Starting from the top, hopefully these are the right ones. Luigi says, I have listened to Nerdrotic Live and learned that Kathleen Kennedy is the Blabs of Hollywood. Has been fired constantly since 2020, but nothing has really been done. That's right. Mercury says, Nintendo burned goodwill with me. I'm waiting a year. Since I'm at work, you are not fired for Gal 2, and someone else paid the taxes. Lance says, my cousin was an extra in the Rampage movie. That is really cool. It's always fun hearing about the extras and their experiences on sets. Mercenary says, there was a plan for Prototype and Infamous crossover.
Oh, that's fun.
Ehif. Star Wars scene is shocking because it's a level of violence the brand usually avoids around a subject they avoid and a subject most don't like.
Yep.
Brother Snape says, gather around for Star Wars. You too, Granny. Oh, no. Wiz says, Butter Golem is still my favorite camism. Yeah. Mercenary says, it was the Cultural War, man. And it seems to be going hot. Jared says, Blabs, how do you think Jose Ramirez managed to break into Barnes & Noble's just to steal Harry Potter Legos? We'll get into that tomorrow because we didn't get it today.
No, we did not.
Epsilon says, you can play Zelda Breath of Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on PC at 60 frames per second. Pirating.
Hey, we certainly do not endorse that. But,
No.
Hey, whatever.
Game Hunter says, it was Concord tax for Sony. Make Nintendo memes. Brother Snape says, Movie Bob is going to trample so many kids for a Switch 2. Platypus says, no issues pre-ordering in person at GameStop. Easy. Daniel says, no, Walmart and Target just do that. They oversold and then canceled orders. Happened to me and no one spoofed my account. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, can you really just go in and get someone's like info like that? Like, I find that very hard. It's very hard, DSP. Spoon says, laugh my fucking ass off. Did someone say my name? No.
No.
Luigi says, the best remaster is Final Fantasy 12, but still not the best Final Fantasy. That one is 6. Lord Slosh says, Craig, like, I will not bow down to any sponsors, and then immediately looks at the camera like in Wayne's World. Marius says, seems like it's more for her than her son. I agree.
Yes, 1000%.
Taker says, transparency equals Mount chosen by proxy. Ryan says, it's always the woke Blanco Karen. Game Hunter says, I pre-ordered Claire Obscure Expedition 33 for the PlayStation 5. My buddies pre-ordered Oblivion. I'm looking forward to this game after work. Have fun, everyone. I hope you have fun. And Taker says, Raid Shadow Legends, more like paid shill legends.
Go Taker. All right, guys, you can find Camelot's information down below in the description. You can go check him out. I will be seeing him very shortly in Texas Motor Speedway. Right, it's going to be great. Delta, by the way, came and says, I got a kick out of 2 different Discords. I got kicked out of 2 different Discord servers I'm in with vastly different views, both panicking about the new CEO and Discord going public. Damn, it's crazy. All right, and Doge stole my PS2 pre-order. I'm sorry, Taker. Sorry about that, buddy. Hopefully you can get it all squared away. You guys watching over on Rumble, I put the link at the top of the chat as the pinned comment, so you guys can go watch the premiere of Nerd Duel.
I did that already on Rumble.
Oh, thank you.
You repinned my pin.
And you guys watching over on YouTube, you don't need to go anywhere. Now it says it's going to premiere at 1:05. I'm going to update that time, so it's going to be starting very, very quickly. You guys hang tight. We're going to be going right there, checking out Nerd Duel. The game is extremely personal with all sorts of shots being thrown at each other. So tune in. It's really, really fun. If you guys like trivia and you think you can compete with them, by all means, have an active chat. We'd love to see it. With that said, guys, have a great rest of your day. Go subscribe to Cam. And remember, People are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Thanks to Eric for showing up, man, on the street today. You guys have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.